Well, boys, it's another day back out here in FS25, and it is officially harvest. So all the soybeans are ready to go, all the canola is ready to go, and that means we got to get all the equipment ready to go. Now, first things first is I got to find my swather, and I have no idea where I parked it. I parked it somewhere around here. It's probably around back. Aha, here it is. So we got to switch out the mowing head on this for the swathing head because we've got a pickup on the combine, and in order to use that, we got to swath the canola first. This Mac Dawn pack is so dang cool. If you guys don't have it, I highly recommend picking it up. And if you're on PC, I have a link down in the description that you can grab the pack and it gives us a little kickback. All right, so header is secured here. Gotta fold it up. There we go. So I just finished putting on some duals on the Challenger here. That way it's a little bit better for running the grain cart. I was gonna run the other John Deere on here, but I think the Challenger is a bit cooler. Yeah, this should work perfectly. You know what I just realized is I'm gonna have to unfold this header again and tow it out to the field because I don't think I'm getting through any one of these entrances with that on that way. Don't mind me, just gonna block traffic here real quick. Yep, sorry, Mr. UPS driver, I had to do it. The trees are just too much. There you go. Now you can go past. I'm just gonna get the field open up here real quick. There we go. Got my GPS going. Now we're moving. So supposedly we get like a 25% yield increase, and I think this field is very close to a 100% yield bonus. So I mean, we should get quite a bit off of this field. This stuff is pretty thick. We're having to go pretty slow through it. So last video we went ahead and built a milk cow farm. Now I haven't done really anything with it since then. We've really just been waiting on crops to grow, and now that they're grown, we have to get into harvest time here. But I'm thinking as soon as harvest is over, we're gonna get some new cattle in, do some silage, get some more bales made before winter, and then hopefully we actually have that side of the farm up and running. Because right now it's just costing us money. It's not actually making us anything. Since we rolled this field this year, it is so smooth. I'd really like to go faster, but we just can't. But if you look, there's like hardly any bumps. I don't think one headland was enough because that combine, it has a tight turning radius, but we're probably gonna have to go out into the road to get to the back and forth rows, but it is what it is. I wonder if I could take the merger and merge a bunch of these rows. Probably not a smart idea, but it would be fun to see. I'm just on the last pass here, and it looks like we left a little bit of snow catch. Oh well. And that's it. That's all for this field. Oh, can I get to the other field without having to take this header off? I'm gonna try. We squeeze on down here. Yes, we can. Awesome. Well, I'm just finishing up the last pass here on this canola field, and that is all of the canola swath. At the very least, it's still got to be harvested. Now, we're still going to have all the soybeans, but I don't know if we're going to get around to that today. If we do, great. If we don't, well, I suppose they can wait another day. See, if only we could swath this fast. 28 miles per hour, that'd be sweet. Got the old International up and going again. This thing still runs like a champ. Although, I'm not sure where we're going to park it in the... no, we'll just park it over here. I'm going to say, I'm not sure where we're going to park it in the field, but I can park it right along here. And we'll get the Challenger out too. Why not? The case looks kind of ridiculous with this small header on the front, but it's a pickup head, so it doesn't need to be very big. Now, I'm curious to see if we're actually going to be getting this 25% yield increase that they're saying we're going to get. This is one of those jobs that's actually easier from inside the cab as opposed to outside the cab. I didn't think it would be, but it is. Well, one time around the field here, and we're pretty close to full, so I think that yield increase is definitely a thing. And since we're so close to the semi, I am actually going to move that tractor over to the other side of the field. But since this time we're so close to the semi, I'm just going to unload right into it. And while that's unloading, I'm going to move the tractor. Back at it, and we are full once again. I think this actually might fill up the trailer. We're close to it. Nope, not quite. I forgot about that middle compartment, which can hold almost an entire tank of grain. I don't know how, but it somehow can. And it looks like I am gonna have to go back again and unload just before I'm about to finish here. Dang, even with another full load, that's not quite gonna do it. I guess this back section is a lot bigger than those front two. One field down, one more to go. Then I just gotta get all the equipment moved down here to the next field. We're definitely gonna fill up that semi-trailer here, so should be able to top off the rest in the grain cart. Oh yeah, International's definitely weighed down. Still pulling it. It's looking like this outside row should just top off the combine here. Well, very close to it anyway. Man, how much room does this trailer have in it? We still got 84% left. Well, I'm almost finished up the field here, and that looks like it's gonna do it for this trailer. Actually, I may as well just dump the rest in the grain cart. And that is it for the canola. We actually got more than I thought we would, just based off of how much canola we planted, but I think next year, definitely gonna plant more because this is a super, super high yielding crop. The prices aren't the best right now, so I'm probably gonna store this in the bin temporarily until prices come back up a little bit. Everything's back at the farm here. I'm gonna see if this old International has the power to actually get this up the hill. This is a pretty fully loaded trailer. It isn't a Super B though, so should be all right. I got a good chunk of road to give me a running start. And up you go. Like it was nothing. So I've got the auger here. I don't know if I can actually back it into the area I need to get it into because it is a little bit tight. We're gonna see. This auger can move on its own, so if I need to maneuver it like that, we'll try that, but for now I'm gonna try move it with the tractor. Okay, well, that didn't last long. I gotta move it on its own here. This is one tall bin, and we're kind of going into the trees here, but I think we'll be all right. Just gotta move the semi alongside here. Hopefully about there is good. Wing that underneath. Oh, I definitely have to go over some more. Okay, try number 2 here. Oh, I might just be right on the money, and it looks like I am. Perfect. Would you look at that? We got canola moving. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. So this bin's gonna be for canola, and this bin's gonna be for soybeans. But now, in theory, if I just pull forward, I can unload right into the next one. That one's empty. Move to the next one. Easy. Okay, so I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna attempt to dump into the semi here with everything kind of in an interesting area. Oh yeah, nice and simple. And this tank should be just about empty. Still waiting. There we go. I'm just gonna try scoot this thing over to the other bin here, but I'm gonna have to move this in a kind of interesting way. You know what? This might actually be easier to pull into than the other one because I can just rip down this driveway, pull in here. Real simple. I've just got to get this header out here for the beans. Now, it's definitely not the biggest header, but it's one of the bigger ones we can actually run on that particular combine. I'm sure we could probably run a bigger one if we really wanted to. Oh boy, that just did not go to plan. All right, swing it around and swing it around again. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to move the combine up. Perfect. Now, the beans don't require any swathing, which is nice. So one less step. I'm pretty sure the yield bonus on these ones is like 95 too. So I should be getting some pretty good yields off these ones too. These 2 fields, I ain't even gonna move the grain cart because they're pretty small. Well, that's one field down, and I cracked just over 50%. That's 64%, so getting good yields. But these small fields are so monotonous. Now, since we got limited turning with those tree lines on the other side of this field, I'm actually gonna set my GPS to 2 headlands here. Let me just go over here, 2 headlands. There we go. And we'll try to dump a little bit. Nope, never mind. I'm not even gonna get my auger out in time. Oh, we still got about a quarter of the field left here, and tank's full. So yields are looking pretty good across the board. Well, that's both fields up here done. We still got that big field across the road, and then I think 2 fields down there. All right, so I'm down here at the field from across the farm, and pretty much full here. I had to wait to bring the semi down until I had at least 2 rounds cleaned out because there was not a lot of places to park on the side, so just had to wait till that was nice and open. Seems like closer I get to the middle here, the crop isn't yielding as well, unfortunately, but is what it is. Well, that is this field done. We still have 2 more on the river side. Unfortunately, these soybeans are just not yielding that well down here. They were yielding way better actually up at the farm. But between all the soybeans, we might get, I don't know, a trailer and a half. A lot less than I was thinking we were gonna get. So I've got some hired help going at the field just down here, and they're doing a pretty good job so far. Better than I thought they'd do. I think they're just about full though, so we're gonna try and load on the go. Oh, never mind. Auger's facing into the crop. There we go. Now the auger's facing out. And that's good enough. I'm starting to doubt if we're even going to get a full semi-trailer out of this. This stuff is yielding like crap. So we're on the last field here, and we're just about finished, but tank is full in the combine, and since our hired help is not smart enough to stop just before they're starting on their next row, I have to go into the field, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's looking like we may just barely crack, I don't know, 90% on this trailer. We're not even going to get a full trailer off of all those fields. That's how much the yield sucks on these soybeans. All right, well, that's it, I guess. So we totaled out at 96% on the trailer here. So not even a full trailer. For all that work, that is crappy. That's it for the soybeans. All put in the bin here, and I am moving 3 miles per hour with the auger. Slow is an understatement for this thing. Oh, with that crappy harvest out of the way, it's time to go do something that actually might make us some money, which is get these bales to the cattle farm. So hopefully soon enough, we can actually get some cattle in there and make some real cash. Across the river we go. We're back here at the cattle farm. Now, I'm not too sure how I'm going to have these bales because, oh boy, I completely missed that turn. Yeah, unless I put bales lengthwise, I'm gonna have to restack a few of them. What I think I'm gonna do until I get the skid steer out here so I can actually move these around is I'm just gonna put them back here and then we'll move them later. And that'll do it. They're not exactly a perfect stack, but they're gonna be getting restacked anyway. Anyways, I picked myself up a cornfield for some silage, so hopefully we're gonna be getting that done soon because it's already October and we wanna have cows over the winter. We gotta get to work. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.